I know this may be controversial, but here is my super credits, requisition slips, and medals farming guide. If you guys find this helpful, please consider pressing that like button and subscribing to my channel. So first thing is you're going to want to be playing on trivial difficulty. There's no benefit from playing on any higher difficulty from my understanding. Next thing I would say is play with whatever you're most comfortable with. So if you feel the most comfortable with the bots, then do a bot mission. If you feel most comfortable with the bugs, do bugs. And if you feel the most comfortable with the squids, do the squids. But I would say as far as the planet and faction go, do whatever you're most comfortable with. I usually like Vernon Wells. There's another planet I usually look out for. I usually like Leseth, or however you're supposed to pronounce it. So we pick any mission, we're on trivial difficulty. So I usually suggest landing on some sort of perimeter area, somewhere on the edge. That way you can take a route where you're going around the whole circle while also looking towards the center. We are actually going to completely ignore the objective here. Please don't tell Captain. I know this is a controversial statement, but we're trying to get super credit so we can get more equipment so then we can be better and serve Super Earth. So as far as build goes for farming, this is pretty important. I always am going with a jump pack here because it makes maneuvering way more efficient. It's also optional to take the fast recon vehicle. Again, that just makes traveling even quicker. And then I always go for the Quasar Cannon here because there are opportunities for loot here for the Quasar Cannon. Now the fourth one, I don't have it, but what I would say if you do is get the Warp Pack. And I would save that Warp Pack. If you see an opportunity for loot where you need 2 people, that Warp Pack would come in handy a whole lot. I'm low-key farming super credits so I can get things like Warp Packs. So for now, I don't really care about my last stratagem. Let's jump right on in. Okay, so efficiency is the name of the game here. I personally don't like using the fast recon vehicle, but I would totally suggest using it if you do enjoy it. Now, what we're really looking out for here is yellow lights. I don't know why it looks so bright. But you can see one right up there. Now, not only are we going to be finding loot at those yellow lights, but we're also going to be finding loot at points of interest. So I'll even check out what's going on up there. I want to show you guys why the Quasar Cannon comes in handy. Now, one thing that's super important to know is we don't care about samples and we don't care about the mission here. So with that being said, as soon as we feel like we've hit enough of the map, we're going to just return to the ship and then come right back to looting. This is a numbers game, fellas. It's not about finding a bunch of loot the first time you do it. It's about going on a bunch of runs. So even right here, this was kind of the worst thing we could have got. I mean, this and samples aren't going to be very useful, but that's totally fine. That's how it goes. As you guys can see, we have a loot opportunity here. So for the longest time, I didn't even know about these. I was walking right by them. But these are money. So when you see these, you need a weapon like an explosive, load up, shoot, and boom, we got loot in here. So from this, we got requisition slips and we got medals. Cool. For me, the hierarchy of loot is super credits, then I like medals, and then requisition slips come last. But we'll always take them. The beauty of this lower difficulty is we don't really have enemies to hinder us here, so we really can just efficiently look for loot. We can see one right there. Another really cool thing to know is that you don't actually have to interact with these to open it. All you actually have to do is just salute. So when you do that, not only does it work every time, but you can be a bit further away, and I feel like there's been times where I'm around enemies and I'm trying to press X, so you can stand out here and salute, and it works. So that's something that comes in handy. I hope that helps you guys. And as you can see, we got some super credits, point of interest, and boom, look what we got here, guys. Another loot opportunity here. Hopefully it's not support weapons or samples. Something to be careful of is sometimes when you get these, there's explosive barrels nearby, and it can be a mess. So I'm just going to use those to blow it up to prevent the mess. Oh, that didn't even blow it up. So as you guys can see, we have more loot here, and we did end up getting a weapon, which stinks, and we got requisition slips, which also kind of stinks. But again, this is a numbers game. Throw on a podcast, get into a flow state, and just kind of vibe out and collect. I think we all play some very intense missions, And this kind of counters that gameplay really well. It's a really nice contrast because it's so chill, but it's also satisfying, and it contributes to our intense gameplay. It makes us better. So once I feel like I hit enough of this map, I'm just going to simply return to the ship alone, and then rinse and repeat. We're doing the same thing. Just like that, we're doing it again, and we landed right on a loot opportunity here. More super credits. So guys, please don't report me. I'm just trying my best to help some of you divers out there get better gear so then we can all become stronger together. I have good intentions behind this, I promise. If you guys found this entertaining or helpful, please consider pressing that subscribe button. But otherwise, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please go ahead and have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.